Nora and the Moonlit Garden. Nora is a cheerful little girl with curly hair and bright brown eyes, and she lives in a small yellow house at the edge of a wide green field, and every evening after dinner she sits on the porch with Grandpa to watch the sun slide behind the hills while crickets sing. But one warm summer night a very round silver moon climbs early into the soft blue sky and paints the world with quiet light. So Nora feels the night is gently calling her to an adventure, and she asks Grandpa if she may explore the back garden for just a little while, and Grandpa smiles, nods, and hands her a tiny red lantern that glows like a friendly apple, saying, "Stay on the path and listen to the night," and Nora promises with a big grin. She steps onto the stone path between tall sunflowers that now look like sleepy giants, and she hears the leaves whisper, "Good luck," while the breeze carries a sweet smell of jasmine, and the lantern makes a warm circle of light around her feet. Then suddenly she notices something sparkling near the old wooden gate, and she bends down to see a shy firefly with a broken wing, its little light blinking on and off, and Nora whispers kindly, "Hello, tiny friend, do you need help?" So she places the firefly gently inside an empty matchbox with air holes, making a safe bed from a soft leaf. She wants to bring the firefly to the Moonlit Doctor, a wise toad who lives by the pond and is known in bedtime stories to heal small night creatures. So she walks past Grandpa's pumpkin patch, past the sleeping scarecrow wearing Grandpa's old hat, and down to the lily pond where frogs sing a soft chorus. There on a smooth stone sits the Moonlit Doctor with round golden eyes, and Nora greets him politely, showing the matchbox, and the toad croaks in a calm deep voice, "A drop of moon water will fix the wing," and points to a silver puddle that shines like liquid light. So Nora dips a tiny petal into the moon water and touches the firefly's wing, which starts to glow steady and strong immediately. The firefly buzzes happily around her head, drawing a bright circle in the air as thanks, and Nora laughs because the light tickles her nose. But the toad says she has earned a gift for her care, and he gives her a small blue seed that shines like the night sky, telling her to plant it in the darkest corner of the garden before the moon goes to sleep. Nora thanks him and walks back along the path, but on the way she hears a soft cry near the apple tree roots, and she discovers a young hedgehog stuck upside down in a shallow hole, its tiny feet wiggling. So she kneels carefully, lifts the hedgehog with both hands, and sets it on the grass where it curls into a safe ball, then slowly uncurls and sniffs her shoe before waddling away under a bush. And Nora feels her heart grow warm because helping feels like a hug from the inside. Finally she reaches the shadowy corner under the tall oak where the grass is cool and the moonlight falls in thin silver threads, and she digs a little hole with a spoon she brought in her pocket, places the blue seed inside, covers it with soil, and pats it gently 3 times for good luck. Then she stands back and waits, counting the stars softly, 1, 2, 3, when suddenly the ground trembles like a happy drum and a tiny shoot rises, glowing deep blue, growing higher and higher into a young tree with leaves that shimmer like glass, and on each leaf there hangs a drop of moonlight that looks like a pearl. The tree keeps growing until it is taller than Grandpa's scarecrow, and from its branches float dozens of bright silver lantern bugs who fly out across the dark garden, landing on every flower and fence post. So the whole garden lights up like a gentle festival without any loud sounds, and Nora gasps with joy because the night is no longer dark but calm and bright and full of safe magic. Just then Grandpa arrives, following the glowing bugs, and he smiles wide when he sees the shining tree and the happy firefly on Nora's shoulder, and he lifts Nora into his arms, saying she has given the garden a special gift, and Nora tells him about the wise toad, the moon water, and the blue seed. And Grandpa nods because he believes that kind hearts always meet kind wonders. Together they watch the lantern bugs float toward the village, lighting windows so children can read one more page of a bedtime story. And Grandpa says that every light is a thank you from the night. Soon the moon begins to yawn and sink behind the hills, so Grandpa and Nora walk back to the porch, hand in hand, passing the new tree that glows softly even as daylight peeks over the horizon. And Nora feels sleepy but happy, and she whispers, "Good night, garden, good night, moon," and she thinks the world feels smaller and friendlier because every small act of care, fixing a wing, lifting a hedgehog, planting a seed, can grow into bright gentle light that helps everyone see, and as she falls asleep she dreams of more moonlit seeds, more friendly nights, and more chances to share her brave, kind heart with every little creature who needs a smile.